Okay, let's take a look at this, you guys. This is your driver display here. I'm just gonna walk you through a little bit of the information. If you notice that the check engine light is on or the battery light is on, that's because I'm running this in accessory and it's letting me know we haven't started the vehicle and the battery is on, so we are drawing power from that. But let's do a little walkthrough. On this side here, you are going to see we have a tachometer. That's real nice and handy. We'll have to see where our shift points and stuff are. You'll also see it says 4A down there. And that's letting us know we're in for automatic. The Lobo is the rare STX model that has 4 automatics. You can set it and forget it. It also has 2-wheel drive, 4 high and 4 low. So really rare. You typically have to go up to a Lariat series or higher to get that type of transfer case, so that's great. Then you can see park, reverse, neutral, drive, and manual mode, so we can go through all those different modes if we want. And then as we come to the top, you've got some gauging up here. We can see the engine temperature, we can see the oil pressure, the oil temperature, and then our fuel level, including what side the gas cap is on, that little arrow, and distance to empty. So I've got it in metric, so it's 345 kilometers to empty, just based on how you've been driving. And take that with a grain of salt, because if your vehicle's been idling or driving on the highway, that number can fluctuate. Up top, we can see our headlights are in full automatic, including auto high beam, which is really nice, set it and forget it feature. And then you can see my park lights are enabled. So this is when I'm sitting at a park, time or anything, those will come on. Down here, we've got a digital speedometer. Right now, I have it showing miles per hour and kilometers per hour, but you can change the settings to just show. I'm in a Canadian vehicle, so it will always be the main of kilometers per hour. But if you are in a US vehicle, then that's going to show miles per hour. And then if you opt for metric, it'll split it like this. Down below, kilometers on the vehicle. This one's like brand new, 67 kilometers, not a lot of mileage. And then this little icon here, that is for your lane departure. And if I press the lane departure button, that's going to turn that off. And then I can hit OK and turn it back on. And in the middle, you can see we've got a compass. This is pretty cool. It shows us elevation. It shows us what direction the vehicle is going, and shows us lines of longitude and latitude, which is awesome. Also shows me down below there what's playing on the radio. So we've got kind of all that information. Now, I'm just going to zoom out here and show you a couple of controls on the steering wheel for the driver display. So we do have our cruise control, we have our lane detection system. Then over here, we have menu options. This is to go up or down through the menu. We have a back button and we have an OK button. So I'm going to hit the menu button. When I do this, we're into main menu. And then we can cycle through what we want to see on the screen. And I am going to just go through them quickly. So MyView is the first top of the menu. So if we enter into MyView, this is where you can customize what this is going to look like. Now, when I scroll through, there's some pages that have already been selected. You can see as I'm scrolling down, these are the pages that have been selected. And then when I get to the bottom, I can press OK to add or remove screens. So if I want more of these screens on, I believe you can only select up to 7 screens, and you have to have 2 turned on. So the screens that you can select are driver assistance, comm view, trip 1, trip 2, fuel economy, tire pressure, measurements, off-road status, pitch and roll, trailer information, and trailer light status. And, let's just go ahead and select a couple more so we can see what they look like. I've reached maximum of 7. So we're going to hit the back button. I'm going to hit down, and you're going to see what these look like. So driver assistance kind of shows us a picture of the truck, and then if there's any driver assistance things that come up, like for collision or whatnot, those will show. Comm view shows us a very simple screen where it just shows us the distance to empty and the mileage in the middle of the screen. So that's kind of nice, kind of a calm basic screen. Then we'll go down trip 1 and we can hold OK to reset. Shows us an average fuel economy, how long the truck's been running for, and the distance we've been driving on this trip. Fuel economy in like a bar graph, shows you real world as you're driving. And then we scroll down to tire pressure. You can see each individual pressures, and you can set those in different formats for metric or imperial. Then I've got measurements turned on right now. So this is showing us accurate readings of our engine coolant temp, transmission temp, oil temp, as well as battery voltage. So that's pretty cool. Scroll down and we can see off-road status, showing us angle of approach, angle of descent, articulation, side to side angle. And then again, back into these screens. And again, you can go in and select or take a look at all those if you'd like. Now let's just back out of here. So that's MyView. If we go into trip fuel, this is going to show you trip 1, trip 2, and fuel economy. Let's back out of there. Gauges. When we go into gauges, we can then pick our measurements. And that's the measurement screen. So again, you can see the same thing I had in MyView. And then I go down to off-road. Again, this is where we can pick to see the compass, off-road status, or pitch and roll. So let's just go into those. Compass, you saw that from before. Off-road status, this is that off-road look and articulation. And then pitch and roll, this is when you haven't seen. And this is showing us, just really side to side, front, steering angle, all those kind of things. So back out of off-road, go down one more, we can go into towing. Trailer information, where if we had a trailer programmed in, we could see the trailer information. And then we can go to trailer light status. Again, there's no trailer hooked up, so we can't see that right now. Scroll down below, status and information. Seat belts, so we can see who's buckled up right now. And you can see that I have my seatbelt on because I didn't want this dinging at me. Engine information, we can then go in and see total engine hours and oil idle hours. So 18 engine hours and 14 idle hours. And then again into the tire pressure. Okay, down below we've got phone. If we hit phone here, you'll see there's no phone connected. Scroll down again and we can go into audio. We can see what's playing for our audio, whether we're on AM, FM, or satellite radio, and pick from the sources. Then we go down one more, vehicle maintenance. You can go into this and check your tire pressure. Again, we've already seen that screen, and we can go in and reset our oil life. Then we can go into settings. When we go into settings, we can configure our gauges. We can show selectable gauges. If we turn this off, those gauges on the top disappear and you just have the 2. And then you can go into which one you want, and if you want it detailed, if we put detailed, then we'll see exactly detailed. All right, so we're gonna click show selectable gauges so we get more of those. Then we can swap gauge position. So if we're gonna swap the gauge position, we can then go down and go, what's the first selectable gauge? Well, I want it to be transmission temperature. Then we can go down and see the second selectable gauge, and we can say we want oil temperature there instead, and we want the readouts. Then we can go back and we can go to temperature gauge option. And again, we can go back and put in the standard or detailed. So that is your gauge settings when you're in your settings menu. Also, when we go back into that settings screen, so right now it's miles an hour included. I just turned that off and you can see it's now a big speedometer for just kilometers. And then this is where you're gonna find neutral tow. So we do have to do some preconditions for neutral tow. You can go into the owner's manual and see that. I will make another video for that for you guys on how to set up neutral tow in these if you need to use that. But that's where you go in after you've done the preconditioning for neutral tow. Backing out of this now, we're gonna hit the menu button and we can just scroll to the top, go back into MyView, and now I can have it on whatever I like. Again, sometimes I really do like the calm view. It does just show you just that, and it works well. All right, if you want to see more content on the new F-150 Lobo, if you go ahead and click the link right here, that will give you a playlist with all kinds of videos that I've made for content on the new Lobo. Or if you want to see a longer video, if you go ahead and click right here, that's a video I made that's a little bit longer that gives even more information. Thanks for watching.